Welcome back to the wildest market conditions yet, folks. Today started with another ugly gap down, but by the afternoon, the market snapped back in the kind of face-ripping rally we've almost come to expect lately. Even with that bounce, though, several charts still look technically damaged, which made the whole session feel less like relief and more like a pressure cooker heading into tomorrow. You're watching the Stock Market Summary Series, and we're going to break this all down and get into what we're seeing. But real quick before we do, if you're new here, please note that none of this is buying or selling advice. We're just calling what we see happening in the charts as things develop.
Yeah, and to give you a sense of that pressure cooker we're looking at, just look at the divergence under the hood today. I mean, small cap stocks, tracked by the IWM index, they actually managed to squeeze out a modest gain.
Right. Which was surprising.
Exactly. But then the heavyweights like the SPY, DIA, and the tech-heavy QQQ, they all closed in the red.
Which honestly puts us right back in that scary territory we mentioned yesterday after the March 18th sell-off. I mean, I'm looking at the QQQ right now, and it's resting exactly on its 200-day moving average.
Massive line in the sand.
Yeah, totally a line in the sand for long-term investors. Plus, it's trapped in this falling wedge. Normally, I'd look at that setup like a compressed spring ready to bounce. But considering how shaky the broader market feels, shouldn't we be worried the floor is just going to drop out instead?
That is literally the multi-million-dollar question. The index itself might look coiled, but the individual pillars holding it up, they're structurally compromised. Like, look at Tesla.
Oh, man.
It just broke below a descending triangle. That means sellers have been consistently stepping in at lower and lower prices, squashing any upward momentum.
Until the buyers finally gave up.
Right, and the floor just caved in. And it's not just Tesla. Meta just shattered its long-term support trend line. SMCI is hovering right below a broken symmetrical triangle.
Wow. So there's intense downward momentum that's just kind of masked by the index itself.
Precisely. So relying on the fact that the broader market rallied into the closing bell, well, it's basically a trap if those underlying foundations are cracking. As a trader, you always have to trade the actual structure, not the emotional headline close.
Right, because a market can look terrifying at the open and then rip higher by the afternoon.
Exactly.
So gold dropped over 4% today and silver plunged 4.4%.
Right.
But here's the catch. When you look at the daily charts for both metals, they have these massive downside wicks. Does that mean the headline drop is just a fake out?
Well, a long downside wick just means that intraday, panic sellers dump the asset, push the price way down, but institutional buyers immediately swallowed up all those cheap shares before the closing bell.
So they bought the dip, basically.
They bought the dip, driving the price back up. However, you still have to be incredibly cautious. Even with buyers stepping in, the broader structural support was already broken.
And crypto isn't offering much of a safe haven either. Bitcoin slipped 1.2% today and totally failed to hold its recent upside breakout.
Yeah, bulls can flash some strength intraday, but they just can't seem to hold the territory.
So here is a final thought to mull over. Based on the damage charts we walked through today and the conflicting economic data fueling it, is this market showing true relief, or are you just staring at unresolved pressure waiting for a catalyst? Have a great rest of the day, and we'll catch you in tomorrow's market summary.